Hello everybody, it's your boy NoukonNeko, your perfect virtual freelance friend, a purveyor of good vibes. So today we are here to play some Genshin Impact. We're going to continue playing the Natlin Archon story. Last time the Archon story, we helped Kachina win like this little battle royale tournament, and she kind of got into a rough spot where we had to kind of revive her. But I think that's what I really remember. And then now we need to somehow forge our name to kind of, I'm guessing that's how it's kind of related to how you get your Archon powers, not Archon powers, like Pyro main character skills right there. Because we couldn't get normally when we go to each region. But yeah, I imagine it's something related to that. Since you're in any server, do you have character reviews? It's been ages. You know, I have a website for you to try. So go ahead and throw your ID into chat. I won't go into it too much, but there is a little leaderboard system that another viewer kind of recommended me to take a look at, and I used it. And I used it to kind of take a look at all the characters. So this also works if you are on different regions too. But let me plug it in. Paste. And this would be a good way to actually gauge characters yourself. It will compare your characters against other players' characters on like some kind of leaderboard calculator.
Staring into my eyes is
that's right. That system. So I'm like, usually I just look at that. I can look at, you know, if your character's in like the top like 20, I think you're usually kind of solid. I see you only have like six characters on there. What's interesting is the characters are kind of based off of your whatever you have in your, I think, edit profile. But in your profile, you can have up to 12 now. So if you add more characters here, it will pop up on there. You're not meta player. I mean, it still helps, right? Because if you are up there in percentage, that means you're kind of building your character correctly. Yeah, you can also hit like a little refresh. So it says 110 days ago, right? So if I refreshed it, yeah, okay. I see more of your other characters now. It's kind of funny how your Jean is like top 2. Ooh, your Nihida is top 5. Is it actually? I feel like I have a harder time getting Nihida up there. Do you actually use your D-Look? It's kind of rare to actually find D-Look players. And I guess your Kaza can use some work. Maybe not. No, I think you have a DPS Kazuha, right? Because I have a friend who's a DPS Kazuha, which would do bad in the leaderboards, but she does just fine. And she has like a pretty high Constellation Kazuha too. But I can already look and tell that you have a lot of good artifacts on him. Few times Gladiator's finale though. Only Abyss for crowd control. Freedom is Sworn. Constellation is it? I'm trying to remember how things are on this website. I can see a lot of crit and I see a lot of animal damage. Yeah, plays a little bit differently, I guess. But anyways, yeah, I don't go too full in depth with the profiles itself. I'm mainly, when I do stream Genshin, I'm mainly kind of focused on story. And and I try not to get too distracted with character, you know, other viewers like character builds. It's fun to look at, but it's just something I don't do too much on stream itself. Nihida, Shogun, Zhongli, and Sijwin is your main. But since we didn't start story, I feel like it didn't really hurt to kind of talk a little bit and kind of look around. One thing I do want to mention is I am still feeling not 100%. If you're wondering why my voice sounds a little bit different, that's the reason why. My voice is still a little bit tired from all the coughing that's going on. And I did see the doctor about it, right? And they did mention that they think it's post nasal drip, which is all the mucus going down my throat, which is why I'm coughing it back up. But it mainly triggers either when I'm sleeping or when I'm just using my vocal cords a lot. So I will try and conserve my voice when I stream. And I'll be like, you know, it's like on cough drops, but anything that helps me to get through the stream. But I think I am doing a bit better this week than I was last week. So that's a good thing. So it's slow, but it's very slowly recovering. But anyways, let's go ahead and start the quest. I am so excited. I've been hearing a lot of good things about the story for the Archon Quest. Ooh. I never heard of anybody having trouble running Genshin before. You know what's crazy? What's also crazy is like, I think Genshin is also being released on the Xbox soon. It's been on the PlayStation, like PS4 and 5 for a long time. I tried it on my PS4 and man, did it run kind of very slow. First I did my computer, but it's probably because it doesn't have a NVMe drive, SSD. Those type of things that would help it think the game run faster. And I'm pretty sure my Xbox, which I have the Series X, will run better. But it also kind of makes me wonder if you could run Genshin better on your phone than your PC. I think it's supposed to be kind of optimized where it shouldn't have too much issue, but I mean, I guess it's still a game and it does consume more power than like normal applications. But it happens. All right. But yeah, again, for the story, I've been hearing a lot of good things. My friends recommend me to split it into 2 different streams, and they kind of hinted where I should stop. So when I see that hint happen, then I will probably stop there. They said it was right before, I think it's right after you get your name, something like that. But yeah, we'll see when we get there. Okay, I'm trying to remember where to kind of go to the quest menu. Archon Quest. And here. Do I have a favorite music? Okay. I do have a little confession there. So I did all the main story on Fontaine, right? But what I didn't do too much is the exploration quest. Because of that, I haven't met too much of the Malzines besides Suchuin, which you meet like in the prison. So that's a really hard question for me to answer. Yeah, one of these days I do need to go back and actually swim. It's funny because when I do like the main quest and some other little small side quests there, I would expect them to eventually force me to like swim and explore, but it never did. So I haven't had the need to swim a lot in Fontaine because they're all really optional. But one of these days eventually we'll go back to it.
I see. Thank you so much. The Adventurers Guild has been overwhelmed these days.
No worries at all. We've always valued the strength of adventurers. Given the current situation, it's vital that we all work together. Since we're facing the same enemies, I'll send you the intel we've collected on the Abyss so far. Then we can take a look at how to coordinate our efforts.
All right. Thank you so much.
Hi, Catherine. It's us. Got any new commissions?
Ah, you two have come just in time. I've got some good news. The Pyro Archon has finished assembling her forces and stationed them all across Natlan. Given how the Abyss has ramped up its activities lately, we can no longer afford to act only after receiving news of an invasion. So the Pyro Archon suggested that the Scions of the Canopy and the Adventurers Guild focus on collecting and disseminating intel. That way, we can stay informed of everything that's happening across the land. Once we receive word of enemy activity, we can notify the nearest camp and the stationed forces can take immediate action.
So war preparation, just merely intel gathering. Sounds like what I should expect it to be, I guess. That'll lead to a faster response time. Yeah, that's true. Information is important when it comes to war.
Yes, precisely. This should also allow us to focus on gathering information rather than running around and trying to tackle everything at once. So please also take a chance to relax, you two. You've been working hard these days, and this will be a good opportunity for some well-deserved rest.
It's a funny thing to say when I feel like I've been resting for a long time, at least in game being pretty idle with like doing, well, I'm pretty much just doing commissions, so that's mainly it, and level up my characters.
So that's the plan. Whew, we can finally stop and take a break.
The threat of the Abyss is still far from over.
Paimon knows that. It's not like Paimon just wanted to lay here and do nothing.
The movements of the Abyss are always unpredictable. There have also been times when it suddenly became more active in the past. The people here generally see it as something like an acute natural disaster. Once the disaster is over, everyone will return to their normal lives. We just all hope that day will be sooner rather than later.
I wonder how often this happens.
Most people have no idea just how bad the situation has gotten in the Night Kingdom.
I also hope the day of peace will come soon. Oh, Kachina!
Hey, Kachina! Are you feeling better now?
Oh, that's right. I literally almost forgot. Well, I forgot actually, but I did remember this a couple of days ago. But some of the English voice actors are not going to be voice acted in this story. So I was actually debating on switching to Japanese voice, just so we hear something rather than nothing. But for now, I'll read Kachina's line for this part of the story until I get back to the menu. Yep. Now really isn't the time to stay home and recover anyway. Wanted to do something to help. I heard that the Power Archon is gathering words to be stationed up in the remote areas, so I came here to sign up. Oh, impressive, Kachina. Don't push yourself too hard. Yeah, she just got revived recently, right? I'll do my best and make sure to stay out of your way. The last thing I want to do is add to your work. Oh, by the way, Zilliman told me she ordered to forge you an ancient name. Yeah, I'm gonna get my ancient name, whatever that means. She said that she is all set and we can head over whenever we're ready.
Wow, so we'll finally get to meet Shilonen, the legendary forger of ancient names. Paimon still can't believe anyone could forge those things.
In fact, Kachina and Mabel have the same English VA. Lazine. Oh, okay. Oh, it's going without me. Wait, hold on. There was a way to go back. That's the one nice feature they have on Genshin in the like 5.0 update. Maybe it was a little update before, but Zillion is a true. Wait, how far back? Yeah, Selena is a true master. Not only she can forge ancient names, but also all sorts of new and fun things. She's always got a pile of commissions on her plate, so you usually have to wait a while before she finishes something. In this case, though, she's completely cleared her schedule just to work for you. She wants to give your name for her full attention. Ooh, all just for me. Then we should probably thank her when we meet. Well, alright, I signed up as a warrior, so all I have to do for now is wait for my assignment. If it's okay, maybe we can go see Zona together. She wouldn't turn me away, right? I mean, I hope she wouldn't.
Hey, have some confidence in yourself, Kachina. After all, you're already a victor of the Night Warden Wars.
Everyone's so proud of you. You're the future of your tribe. She's not used to praise. On a second thought, maybe I'll just find a hole in the ground to jump in and hide for a while. Beyond the smoke and mirrors. Okay, when it comes to Akasha, it actually does not matter. Let me go change. I think this is gonna actually take a little while. Because I don't know if I downloaded the JEP voice over. Oh, I do have it. Reset. Okay, after we start. So I'm gonna have to go out and go back in. I guess it's a good thing I have it downloaded already. Just gonna hide this just so it doesn't show anything it shouldn't. I forgot if I had to exit completely or whether I could just like log off and log back in, whether that'll work. We'll give that a try first. But yeah, again, constellation doesn't matter when it comes to Kasha, and towns doesn't matter either. The only thing that really matters, which they really grade you on, is just your artifact set on her and your weapon. Those are the only 5 things that, or 2 things that really matters that will grade you on that leaderboard. And if not many other people work on that character, then that's probably the reason why your character is up there. Actually, how do I know? How do I know if it's Japanese? Well, she sounds different already. Okay, if he sounds like Sasuke, like JP Sasuke, then we got the right person. Or right voice. I mean, the voice is in Japanese, so I think this is the right one. Sasuke and Naruto.
Maripo no Kiinichi da. Yoroshiku tanomu. Irai Ahau no seikaku wa shitte no tori da.
Wait, do we have Aha talking to? Aha?
彼女の依頼というより、彼女と共同で仕事をしたことがある。いいか？ケンは。
Maybe not. But he'll talk when he wants to talk. Okay, so we're in JP now. So we're going to continue the story. It kind of made me wonder if the voice actors come back to kind of work. To do the work that they missed out on. Whether they will update and add their voices to the story. But I can't really wait just for a chance for that to happen. I kind of just had to move forward with the story. So this is what we're going to have to do. I guess we could learn some Japanese to some sense this way. Ooh. It's gonna be funny because they're gonna be speaking Japanese and I'm gonna be speaking English for the replies.
すごい勢いで有名になったって。異邦人なの？
おいらたちは中に来た旅人だ。
いや、コメが必要なのが異邦人だなんて聞いてなかったんだけど。
エンジン様から聞いてないの？
Oh, she doesn't know.
うん。新しい協力者が現れたけど、その人の身の安全を守るためには新しくコメを作らなきゃいけないとしか。コメを作るのはかなり難しいって言ってたから、うちの腕を信用してないのかと思ったんだけど。難しいってそういうことね。
It's gonna be problematic because I'm a Outlander? Probably. Yeah, I think the reason why ancient names are important, if I remember right, is it's required to get revived if you were to ever fall in battle. And ancient names kind of help locate the soul or something like that. So that you can get revived properly. So that's why ancient names are really important in Netland. That's why we're here.
怒ってる？
別にもう慣れっこだしね。ただちょっと頭を冷やしたいだけ。いつも難題ばっかふっかけてくるから毎回喧嘩ばっかなんだ。面と向かってやりとりしないのはかえって効率的かもね。あいつがいないってことは喧嘩になる可能性は根本的に排除されてる。だってあんたたち相手に怒るわけないでしょ。でも頭は分かってるけどやっぱムカつくわ。異邦人にコメを作ることなんてできないって分かってるくせしてさ。
Oh, is it impossible? Yeah, I kind of imagine because I feel like ancient names is supposed to be like almost like handed down from tribes, kind of chosen by whatever those spirits are, right? But if you're out there, you don't really belong to a tribe. So how would you inherit a name?
そうだったのか？
知っての通り、コメは英雄の輝かしい精神を象徴してる。受け継がれるたびにその重さも増してくもんなんだ。コメを作るっていうのは誰かの英雄的な功績を記録すること。その人はコメの最初の英雄になるってわけ。
But in the end, you would have to start. I'm sorry. Ooh. You would have to start somewhere, right? The very first one would get the ancient name, which gets passed down. So I imagine it'll be a process like that. I've got plenty of deeds under my belt, that's for sure.
そうだよ。旅人の冒険者手帳を見せてもらったけど、何でもできるって書いてあったよ。
それはナタ以外での経験でしょ。
Oh, all these feats has to be in Netland? I mean, I have some. We went to like the Shadowland to save Kachina, right? So that can be worth something.
それはそうだけど。
そういうのは八神の国に記録されない。そもそもたとえナタでの経験であっても異邦人のものは記録されないの。大礼に認められない記憶や経験はコメの素材にはなり得ない。どんなにすごい職人でも無から有は生み出せない。そういうこと。
大礼って結構厳しいな。
Yeah, the wild is those spirits in the Shadowlands that we were talking about. At least I was talking about. But you know, I still don't know exactly what they are besides they kind of help the people with the ancient names and hand those ancient names out.
マービカは誰よりもそれを知ってるはずなのに、それでも米を作れって言ってきた。
できっこないことを任されたってことか。はあ、怒るのも無理ないぜ。こういうこと昔もあったような。何があったかは知らないけど、白根お姉さんは近くの山を何十周も走ってたよね。
そんな話はいいよ。今はどうやって不可能を可能にするか考えないと。もう納
得しちゃうのかよ。
じゃあどうすればいいっていうの？もう決まっちゃったことだし、マービカはエンジン様だよ。命令に背くわけにはいかないでしょ。そういう要望を出してきたってことは、あいつの計画ではコメが必要不可欠だってこと。 で、うちの腕ならなんとかできるって思ったわけだ。うちを信頼してる証とも言える。
It's a test.
説得しにかかってるぞ。
Maybe that's just how much she and the Archon trust each other.
そうだね。何か方法がないか考えよう。もしできなかったら原人様に正直に言ってみるとか。
重要なのはどうやって大霊に旅人のことを認めさせてその功績を記録させるかってとこだよ。
前に八神の国に行った時、大霊の声が聞こえたよな。ってことは大霊とは交流できるってことか？
Yeah, that's right. We did talk to a Wyab in the Shadow world, so that must mean something.
もし大霊に連絡がついたら説得したりできないのか？
部族にはそれぞれ信仰する大霊がいる。連絡するってなるとどの大霊に連絡すればいいんだろうね。こんなの前代未聞だし、一体の承認だけじゃ足りないかも。
Just one's not enough? But we need to gain the acknowledgement of all 6 Wyobs? And that might be longer than I thought it would be if that's true.
そこについてはうちもよく知らないし、わかんないよ。大霊と八神の国に詳しい人に聞いてみないとね。そっちの方向で思いつくのは、名園の主のグラスバーガー、シトラリかな。
We're gonna meet someone named Granny Itzoli?
あ、名前は聞いたことあるぞ。そいつのスピリットストーンのおかげでカチーナのコメを見つけられたんだ。
Oh, her.
あんなものが作れるくらいだからきっとすごいやつなんだよな。力になってくれそうだぞ。
でもシトラリは結構年がいってるし、変わった性格なんだよね。いつも家に閉じこもってて邪魔されたくないっぽいし、会うのはなかなか難しいと思う。それに彼女のご機嫌を取れなければ助けてもらえないかもしれないって聞いたし。
それは
She probably won't be very happy with us.
どういうこと？一回助けてくれたんじゃないの？
I think we're the ones
カチーナは助かったんじゃ。
we're the ones that broke her creation, right?
その代償としてスピリットストーンは一つから二つになったんだ。
Yeah, the spirits don't break into. I mean, it was worth it. We were able to save Kachina, right? But the person who created that, yeah, probably still won't be happy.
やってくれるよ、マービカ。こんなたくさんの難題をいっぺんに押し付けてくるなんて。
Lucky start for sure.
マービカからの重要な命令って体で言って、シトラリがエンジン様の顔を立ててくれることを願うしかないね。手紙はうちが書くよ。手紙の内容もそうだけど、届けてくれる人も取り持ってくれるような人だったらもっといいんだけど。
A letter would help.
キーニチお兄さんに頼もう。キーニチお兄さんは状況を一番よく分かってくれてるし、シトラリおばあ様とも仲が良さそうだから。キーニチ、アハウをちゃんと閉じ込めておいてくれるといいんだけどな。
Uh-huh.
いい案だね。キーニチは交渉に長けてるし、いい感じに空気を読んでくれるでしょ。
So Kanisha's gonna help us.
よし、じゃあ今すぐ呼んでくるね。
手紙を書いてくるからちょっと待ってて。後で七天神像の近くで落ち合おう。
じゃあ適当にブラブラしとくぜ。
So we're just trying to gather information to figure out how to create a new ancient name for the traveler. And Kanisha's gonna help us talk to this granny that made the spirit stone that we broke before. What can go wrong? Oh. Here. Guess we're meeting Kanish here. Kanish makes his way over after some time.
またあったな。カチーナから状況は聞いた。シトラリに手紙を届けて説得してみる。
Yeah, I think both of these characters have no VA in this segment, or in this story. So again, we'll just continue in JP for a while.
ちょうどスピリットストーンの件は 説明して謝らないとって思ってたしな。
厄介事を任せちゃってごめんね。シトラリとの付き合い方を分かってるのはあんただけだからさ。
気にしないでいい。みんなエンジン様の計画のために頑張ってるんだからな。それにナタの状況がどれほどひどいかってことはここにいる全員が知ってる。
ってことはカチーナと旅人も知ってるの？
過去の英雄が目の前に出てくるのを見たとき、モアラニちゃんはたくさんの記憶と知識が頭の中に入ってきたって言ってた。こっちに戻ってきた後、エンジン様はみんなにヤガミの国の状況とか、どうして英雄が急に現れたのかについて全部説明してくれたの。
That's right. The shadow world or land I was talking about is called the Night Kingdom. That's where we learn about Maviko's plan to handle an ordeal that's happening now.
そうだったよな。で、エンジンが6人の英雄の話をしたとき、すでに認められた4人の中にシロネンの名前があったんだ。
そういうことなら腹を割って話せるね。たとえ現状が悲惨でも一緒に進んでくれる仲間がいるっていうのは心強いかも。
もう一つ情報がある。あの時競技場で隊長を助けた人物についてだが、ほぼ目星がついた。名園の主の出身でオロルンってやつだ。普段は集落を離れ村外れで一人で暮らしている。だから今回の失踪についても部族の者たちはずっと気づいていなかった。シトラリが気づいた頃にはすでにかなりの期間誰とも連絡を取っていなかったらしい。
Wait. How come we're talking about this missing person? The identified person who rescued the captain of the stadium with the secret flame named Oron. Okay, so just know he disappeared.
シトラリもそいつを知ってるのか？
ああ、オロルンは孤児で名園の主の族長と親切な人たちによって育てられた。だが小さい頃から変わったやつだったそうだ。
変わったやつって。
Bad reputation.
主の人ってみんな夢とか啓示の話に夢中らしいから、傍から見ればそれだけでも十分変なやつらだけど、そんな部族の中で変わったやつって呼ばれるぐらいなら、直接会ったことはないけどよっぽど普通じゃないんだろうね。
まあそういう点ではオロルンとシトラリはちょっと似てるかもな。だから2人は気が合うと思う。
なるほど。シトラリは引きこもりなのに、なんでオロルンが失踪したって最初に気づけたんだろうって思ってたけど。
オロルンが自らの意志でファデュイに入ったのか、それとも脅迫されたのか、そこについてはまだわからない。
Oh, this is all about the talk about a traitor?
でもシトラリは一刻も早くオロルンが裏切ったわけじゃないと証明したいはずだ。そこを切り口にする。
I see. So Sidley is the granny we need to meet, and Auroron is the so-called traitor that's related to Sitali, which we I guess we have to help prove that he hasn't become a traitor, and that might help us talk to this granny and to give us the information we need.
つまりオロルンと隊長の行方を探そうって提案するの？
ああ、もしみんなが協力してくれるなら、それは単純なお願いから両者が利益を得られる協力関係になる。エンジン様からの命令を断ることはないと思うが、協力関係を提示すればシトラリもオロルンのことを気に病まずより集中できると思う。
Good idea. This way we can get two birds with one stone.
おう、スピリットストーンを出してくれたお礼もしたいしな。
さすがマリポのキーニチ、筋が通ってる。じゃあ手紙は頼んだよ。2日後競技場で待ってるから。
なあ、すぐに届けてくれ。
キーニチお兄さん、いってらっ 私も帰るね。まだ片付けが終わってないんだ。
うん。じゃあこんなとこで。また2日後ね。
We're gonna prepare for investigation in 2 days. And hi, anime lover. You've been here before, right? I feel like you have, even though your name's kind of generic. Yeah, but it's not too far-fetched to think that someone who loves anime would like Genshin. It does have that anime style. It's time skip, right? I'm gonna go ahead and use our power to move 2 days into the future by just standing there and waiting. You get to still see it turn dark and go back to being bright again during this period of time that we're speeding up. Okay.
約束の時間だ。シロネに進捗を聞きに行こうぜ。
Ready to go meet everybody now. It's funny how we had to meet at the statue up here just to talk, but I guess it's not. I guess it's kind of a secretive kind of operation that it is a one that'd be okay for other people to hear. I guess Kanish kind of does feel like a secret agent. Hey, over here. Listen in.
シロネ、状況はどうだ？
あ、旅人、パイモン。残念ながら、シトラリからの返事はまだないよ。ま、こんな予感はしてたけど。
返信がないって、キイニチを無視したってことか？シトラリって結構尊大なやつなんだな。
シトラリは一筋縄ではいかない。変わった性格をしてるんだ。名園の主の人も付き合いにくいって言ってる。返信がないのは他の理由かもね。聖火競技場に行って待ってみよう。会えれば話せるかもしれないし。
それもそうか。
So wait. So yeah, no response from her. And that's why we're just gonna have to meet her in person. And apparently she's gonna be at the stadium. I have a stadium on the secret flame. I expected Shulian's not there.
誰もいないぞ。シトラリのやつ、まさか本当にオイラたちを相手にしない気か？
It's gonna be a problem.
よく考えられた提案だと思ったけど、確かにシトラリには答える義務もないしね。
だってこれはエンジンの命令なんだぞ。そいつだってエンジンの民なんだろ。
Yeah, you would think if the Pyro Archon's asking for to be here, that would be important.
民？うちからすればみんなは仲間同士みたいな感じだって思うけどね。
But even if they're friends, isn't it still important?
マービカは確かにリーダーだけど、そこに越えられない身分の壁があるってわけじゃない。ただ要望を出すときはいつもすんごい期待をかけてくるけど。
My expectation of them. Yeah, I can tell.
エンジンは強いのにあんまり尊大なイメージもないし、優しいやつだけど、でもそのグラスバーバってやつは偉いからって人を無視するなんてさすがにひどすぎるぞ。みんなすごいすごいって言うけど、結局返信もしてくれなかったんだぞ。来ないなら来ないって言ってくれよ。
Uh-oh. Think that might be her.
おいらそんな年寄りには絶対なりたくないぞ。
Mom, you might want to stop talking.
へえ、そんな風に思ってるのね。
I did not think she was gonna be that young.
うわー、急に耳元で喋るなよ。年寄りのおばあちゃんなんだから耳元でささやくのが精一杯でもしょうがないでしょ。か弱い老人が他にどうすりゃいいっていうの。
ストラリ
Yeah, I guess she never met her too, right? She said that earlier. Yeah, this would be quite surprising.
お前がストラリか。お前ってグラスバーバじゃないのか。
Yeah, Granny, it's silly. Yeah, this is why it confused me earlier, because, you know, some people were calling her Kitlali? And third time we heard it's Tilly. Bleh, these names. But, yep, this is her.
グラスバーバって重要なのは黒曜石であって老婆じゃないの。小説でもよくあるでしょ。見た目は若いおじいさんとか、見た目は少女なのに百戦錬磨の英雄だとか、子供の体をした魔法使いとか。
She knows the trope. Old lady turns to actually be like a very young looking lady. Man, she's definitely gonna be a playable character in the future. You can already tell.
何その顔。こんなおばあちゃんは見たことない？別に若作りじゃないのよ。ほら、厚化粧もしてないでしょ。
Wait, how old is she exactly?
ああ、言い忘れてたかも。ストラリは若いけど、ばあちゃんなんだ。
And you were complaining about the Power Archon leaving things out.
忘れてただけだし、みんなとっくに受け入れてるからさ。
失礼だけどさ。
I'm gonna ask the question.
なんだ。まあ、レディーに年を聞くなんて本当に失礼ね。
Yeah, it's rude, but that's the reason why I'm not asking him. Paimon is.
悪かったぞ。あまりにも変わってるからさ。謝りたかったのに話せば話すほど混乱して。おいら、お前がもう来てくれないと思って、つい頭にきちゃったんだ。
ストラリ、呼んだのはうちだから、攻めるならこの子たちじゃなくうちを攻めなよ。
But who was the one calling her Granny again? You know, you wouldn't think of calling anybody Granny the way she currently looks.
もういいって。そんな真面目な空気にされたら逆にいたたまれなくなっちゃう。さっきの言葉は気にしないで。キーニチが届けてくれた手紙を読んだ時点で来るって決めてたの。でもそう決めたならわざわざ分かったって返信する必要もないでしょ。直接来ればいいわけで。
So since she was already planning to come, she didn't feel like she needed to reply back.
でも出かける前にちょっとしたトラブルに遭っちゃってよくあることでしょ。で、ようやくついてみたらみんな私より早く来てるし、気まずくて出るに出られなくなっちゃったの。
Oh, she's feeling bad for being a little bit late because she was keep being distracted by things before getting here. Yeah, I know that feeling.
さりげなく登場しようと思ったけど、みんなはもう話し始めてるし、どのタイミングで謝ればいいかわからなくて。しかもよくよく聞けば私の悪口を言ってるじゃない。どうしようかと思っちゃった。とにかくそういうこと。グラスバーバの葛藤なんて知らなくていいけど。
Think you should apologize, Paimon?
ばあちゃん、なんでそんな顔する？さっきのが気まずかった反応かよ。
Is she waiting for us to carry the conversation? Everything she says sounds like a joke, but I'm not sure if I should laugh. Would it be rude to laugh? Or even more rude not to laugh?
名園の主の人が言ってた付き合いにくいってこういうこと？なんか 人付き合いが下手っぽいっていうか、挙動不審すぎでしょ。
Yeah, people did describe her being weird.
とにかく本題に戻りましょう。シロね、コメを作るのに私の手助けが必要なんですって。
うん、今回はかなり特殊な状況なんだ。実は
You're gonna explain the Archon Quest about the difficulties she encountered.
マービカ様は外の人のコメを作ってほしいって言ってきたわけ。前代未聞ね。そういえば君たちオロルンのことはもう聞いているのよね。幼い頃からおとなしい子だったから、ファデュイに入ったなんてありえない。きっと脅されたのよ。
Yeah, well, we haven't met him yet. I feel like I haven't met him yet. Or at least I can't remember if I met him yet. At most, he might be in the cutscene, but not realize that who he actually is in that cutscene. Well, we'll know once we find him.
オイラたちはまさにそのために来たんだぞ。オロルンを見つけてやるから、コメの問題を解決してくれないか？君、旅人でいいかしら。こっちに来てちょうだい。顔をちゃんと見せて。
Okay, I'll come a little closer. You could read. Huh?
人々は富のために争いをやめないけれど、君は黄金を超えた。人々は雷帝と怒涛を恐れたけれど、君は海を渡った。
Just kind of reading who the traveler is.
自由を求める疲れた魂よ。最も鮮やかな色彩を持つ緑の葉っぱも、君の安らぎを願っている。
Excuse me. What was all that supposed to be? That's what I want to know.
君から見たものよ。君はみんなが思っている以上にたくさんのことを経験してきたのね。そして誠実な英雄の心を持って炎と共に暗い夜に入る勇気がある人。
Yeah, facing the unknown.
動かないで。何かいるわ。なんだよ。おいらを脅かさないでくれ。大丈夫か？知りなさい。
That's like, what was that?
八神の国から帰ってきた君の体には魂の残留物がついてたわ。もう払ってあげたけど。
That was a ghost?
幽霊をちょっと連れて帰ってきちゃったってことか。
So like ghost was attached to me this whole time ever since I came back from the Night Kingdom?
そこまでひどいわけじゃないけど、放っておくと精神が不安定になったり気分が悪くなったりするだけ。
払ってもらえてよかったね。
Yeah, I wonder how her power works. Well, anyways, thank you.
お安いご用よ。シロね、君たちの計画に乗るわ。オロルンを見つけてくれたら八神に会わせてあげる。八神？大霊にじゃないのか？これほど重要なこと、部族の大霊には決められないもの。異邦人にコメを作れるかどうか決められるのは八神だけ。
Lord of Night. Give an ancient name when people who are not from Netland.
八神は八神の国を管理する古の生命体で、常に聖火の力を借りてアビスの侵食と戦ってるの。なるほど。簡単に言うと大霊よりもすごいってことだよな。まあそりゃそうか。八神の国っていうぐらいだもんな。
Powerful than a Wayab, huh?
それはちょっと違う。誰がよりすごいとかって話じゃないのよ。まあ詳しく説明するには複雑すぎるからはしょらせてもらうけど、話を戻すけど、八神が深い眠りについた今、八神の意識とつながる方法は脱魂しかない。簡単に言うと夢を見ることね。
The dream. Are we going? Is this gonna be an Inception?
脱魂のような儀式を行うにはいくつか用意しないといけないものがあるの。リストにまとめるから準備してくれる？
じゃあうちが行くよ。いろいろいりそうだし。地元の人間の方が土地勘あっていいっしょ。
Yeah, so we're going to make a ritual to go in a trance to talk to somebody who's sleeping or was dreaming. Sounds like Inception, but with like a spirit?
よし、じゃあオイラたちはストラリと一緒にオロルンを探しに行こうぜ。
相手はファデュイなんだし、くれぐれも気をつけてね。助けが必要になったらいつでもうちを呼んで。
無理はしないぞ。こっちはあの悪ガキを探さないとね。今日は遅刻しちゃってごめんね。実は来る前にオロルンの拠点に行って手がかりを探してたの。あの子は一人で暮らしてるんだけど、拠点にある壺が壊れてたの。あの子が飼ってるメンソミツムシの調子もおかしくて、多分ずっと誰も世話してなかったんでしょうね。
Let's see. Broken jar at his house. That's why she assumes something was wrong and he might have been forced to work for the Vtuber.
部屋の中には刃物を使った跡もあったけど、灘の武器じゃなかった。あれはスネージナヤ人のものじゃないかしら。誰かが部屋に入ってオロルンを誘拐したってことか？
Took him hostage, but just because he's a hostage doesn't mean he would be willingly to work with them.
でも野外でミツムシを飼ってるだけの子を誰がわざわざ誘拐したっていうの？20代そこそこのあの子をさらってどうするのよ。
Yeah, that's a good question. What did he even want from a kid like that?
別にオロルンに非がないって言ってるわけじゃないのよ。でも中には人が大勢いるのに、どうしてあの子がさらわれたのかしら。
Say kid, but he's technically in his 20s. Just, I guess, in her perspective, that he's technically a kid.
まあとにかく早くあの子を連れ戻して聞いてみないことにはね。ぶしつけなお願いをして本当にごめんね。でもオロルンを探すには君たちの手助けが必要なの。オイラたちに任せてくれ。ええ、まずはオロルンが最後に目撃されたところに行ってみましょう。
Okay. So while they're getting ready to prepare for the ritual to go into trance and, and enter a dream world to talk to the Knight of the Lord of Night, we will go on a mission to save the kid who is working with the Vtuber, possibly getting coerced to working with Vtuber. Sounds like a good plan. Just do some investigations first. Alright, character with me, maybe Zillinan. Is it just me being sent on this mission to save this kid? Shall see.
ここよ。
Oh, Chitali's here. Okay.
目撃者の話によると、オロルンはここでファデュイの兵士と話してたんですって。どこまで信じてくれるかわからないけど、オロルンはいい子なのよ。ファデュイと関わるようなことするはずないの。きっとファデュイに脅されてたか、情報を聞き出されてたところを目撃されちゃったのよ。でも争った形跡もないし、きっと信じてもらえないでしょうね。こいつナタでは人望があるってキイニチが言ってたよな。こんな風に思い悩む一面もあるんだな。
You tell us a little bit more about him?
オロルン？あの子は道端に捨てられてたのよ。部族の人たちがあの子を拾ってきて、みんなで一緒に育てたの。
He's an orphan.
名園の主でいろんなことを勉強して、大きくなってからは一人で離れて暮らすようになったわ。野菜を栽培したり、メンソミツムシを飼育したりして自給自足で生きてるの。はあ、友達づてにいつも野菜を送り届けてくれるんだから、本当にいい子なのよ。
If that's all there is to him, then he really doesn't sound like a bad person. Oh. So he was abandoned, that's why he's an orphan, and the tribe took him and took care of him. But what have you learned that you were actually from Srishnaya and, you know, been told that you were sent to be a spy, then would be really conflicted, right? On which side you really belong to.
まあいいわ。とにかく探しましょう。人を見つければ手がかりも手に入るはずよ。オロルンはミツムシを飼ってるけど、あの子たちは刺激を受けると特殊な粘素を分泌するの。その痕跡を追えばオロルンを見つけられるかもしれない。痕跡をたどってみましょう。痕跡ってどこにあるんだ？
Need to use our senses?
見えないぞ。ああ、そっか。君たちの目はそういうものに敏感じゃないのね。さあ、手を出して。
Oh, that's all we need to do to be able to see? What's that sparkly thing already there? Oh.
どう？どうだ？
Do I see? I do see a trail now.
ええ、巫術で私の感覚を一時的に分け与えたの。しばらくの間、君たちにも粘素が見えるようになるわ。
Just for a short while, we can see the trail of phlogiston.
そんなのって誰かに与えられるものなのか？初めて聞いたぞ。珍しい巫術で普通の人には使えないけど、私はよく使ってるから心配しないで。おちびちゃんの感知力は弱めだけど、旅人はちょっと強いのね。さっき君の手を握ってみたけど、君は粘素との相性が良さそうよ。才能があるって言えばいいのかしら。
The traveler is gifted when it comes to almost everything.
とにかく次はオロルンの行方を探してみましょう。二人とも頑張ってちょうだい。こっちだ。この方向で合ってそうだぞ。ひひ、シトラリはわけのわからないことばっかり言うけど、やっぱりすごいんだな。なんですって？褒めてるんだぞ。すごいってな。
So actually, since we're working with her, I think she does have voice in English. I'm gonna try to switch back to see what happens. Yeah, I'll probably switch to English when I think everything's voice acted in English, but if it's not, then I'll switch back to Japanese. I need to reset. Give me a second. Really probably create a button to kind of hide my screen much more easily. Okay. If I'm gonna be like surprised how different they all sound from JP.
What does she mean by deep and confusing? As far as elderly shamans go, I'd say that I'm already pretty easy to talk to. Is there any other old hag who's as fluent in the language of the youth as me? But is my way of speaking still not trendy enough? I've already tried my best to match their speech patterns. But given the looks on their faces just now...
It sounds normal right now to me. Ooh, yeah, it would be hard for me to pick up how different these actually sound. I just read the subtitles and listen in JP.
Or perhaps I'm still not fashionable enough? But that can't be, right? Ugh. Don't tell me they're still getting the impression that I'm super old-fashioned.
Why is her name like question mark? Because don't we already know who she is? Wait, are we hearing this? I think I just heard a voice. Wait, but it wasn't with my ears. Was it all in my mind?
Was that Seat Lolly's voice?
Oh, Sit Lolly. That's how you pronounce the voice. Since Paimon heard the same voice, but she also looks like she understood what's going on. Let me think. Ah, it must be a side effect of the spell she cast. Yeah, it lets us share her senses, but I didn't know it lets me hear her thoughts. This is gonna be interesting.
Now that I think about it, it's a good thing I found some helpers this time. Some things are best done with the help of friends.
So we can now hear her thoughts through telepathy? Wow, this is amazing. Something like this could only happen with Satali.
Oh? They appear to be feeling quite confident. Looks like our work will go smoothly.
As long as she's happy. You bet. Just leave it to us.
Hey, looks like there's a new camp over there.
Let's go.
Okay, I might have moved in a little bit too quickly. I didn't think it'd be that close.
By Paimon's experience as a guide, it definitely looks like people set up camp here.
Wait. The phlogiston here is a bit odd. Let me see.
Paimon sees a small shape here. Could it be some sort of symbol?
This is a distress signal for the Masters of the Night Wind. Only someone from our tribe would recognize it. So Auroron was indeed being threatened. We've got to find him, fast. Leaving such a subtle mark implies that he was trying to be discreet. In other words, he was probably under the Fatui's watch. If they notice us, we can just charge in and fight them to the death. But what if my darling grandson is also there? I can't have him caught in the crossfire. No, I've got to be careful. Otherwise he'd get hit as well. How annoying. No, I've got to stay calm and keep my composure.
You know, if we can hear her thoughts, I don't know why she can't hear ours. Tempted to do that challenge. It'll be quick. No, I can't be distracted. Anything that make too many detours is gonna make this a lot longer experience than I need it to be. As doing commissions, I would.
People staying here too.
Wait a second. The phlogiston around here is jumbled up. I can also smell a mix of elements in the air. Pyro, electro, and some other elements as well.
Kanich told us that you were super amazing. No wonder you can sense so many more things than us. It's about time that little brat said something nice about me.
You know, it kind of makes me wonder if she did this with other people before and whether they also heard her thoughts but just never told her.
There are signs of a struggle here. Judging from what's left on the scene, there must have been a fight. But after that, the factions seem to have gone their separate ways. Both the phlogiston and the elemental traces in the air support that.
Seems like Auroran found a chance to fight back.
Do you still remember the little mark we found before? Paimon's thinking, what if Auroran wanted to leave another distress signal, but was caught by the Fatui?
He looks worried. Indeed, judging by the distress signal from before, Auroran was being held by the Fatui. So, given the difference in numbers, he probably wouldn't have been able to overpower them.
Given there are 2 signals leading from here, we should split up as well. I'll take this direction, and leave the other one to you. Let's meet up again later.
Right.
Auroran, what the heck were you doing? It's one thing to trouble me, but now I had to bring other people into this as well. Ah, you little brat. And off she goes! Traveler, did you hear all of that as well?
Yep.
Once Seat Lolly left, that voice went away as well. Paimon even tried calling her name inside Paimon's head, but there was no response.
So telepathy doesn't go both ways?
So you were thinking the same thing! Paimon also thought that if we could hear what she was thinking, then she could probably also hear what we were thinking in our heads.
I don't think Tali noticed anything.
She did say that she was quite adept at this spell, and it doesn't sound like she's had any trouble with it in the past. Huh, maybe we're a special case and can hear her thoughts as a side effect.
Yeah, again, either that's true or the others never told her about it.
If you think about it, she's really got a lively inner world. It paints quite a different picture from Paimon's first impression of her.
Quite does. I mean, but then again, Paimon, you were the one who was kind of insulting her by the time she came to meet us.
Paimon sees some traces here. Let's follow them and see if we can find anything up ahead.
It's over here. There's some traces of phlogiston here, but
Did you find something?
found some traces of phlogiston, but the trail complete ends here.
Huh. So we can't tell where Auroran might have gone from here. That's weird. The phlogiston trail suddenly stops. We can't make anything of these footprints either.
Maybe he flew?
But he can't have just evaporated into thin air, right? We know he wasn't alone. He had all those Fatui with him.
One's right. This is all extremely strange. Also,
So, you can hear the sounds of the wind from beneath the earth.
is that him? Huh? Whose voice was that just now? Okay. We're in the Shadow Realm again? The Night Kingdom? Night Kingdom? How did I get here?
I'm very sorry, but please do not move. I have no desire to hurt you. I apologize that our first meeting has to take place like this. It's just that you're much like one of those animals with ears that perk up as soon as it senses danger in their environment. And given your combat proficiency, I would not have been able to gain an advantage over you if you were anywhere else in the world. However, you're now in the Night Kingdom, a familiar domain to the masters of the Night Wind. Hello, traveler. I'm Auroron, the one you've been searching for.
He knows. But what does this mean? Have you escaped the Vtuber's custody?
Ah, the Vtuber's custody. I see. So even Granny has told you that I was coerced by the Vtuber. I'm afraid you've been brought here by a lie, like a false omen in the lingering smoke. My friend and I only left those traces to lure you here. Deceiving you was never our true intent, however. It was simply the fastest and most feasible way for us to set up a meeting.
Oh, a trap? It's the captain? El Capitan?
Greetings, traveler from afar.
Be careful with this traveler. His soul is temporarily restrained by us, and it appears to have become more fragile in the process. It's taking all my concentration to hold on to him.
It was I who tasked Auroron with leaving the traces to lead you here, and I who used the Master's ritual to bring your soul to the Night Kingdom.
So, you are working together. What do you want?
I've heard much about you from the past encounters you've had with my colleagues. Given the present situation in Natlan, I would like to sincerely request a formal meeting with you, in person.
Why me?
I will use the opportunity to explain my goals and motivations to you, as well as why I mistrust Malwika, the Pyro Archon. I believe there is little reason for you to blindly follow her plan. If you would like to hear our intel, then find us to the east of the stadium. But remember, not a word of this to anyone. I would like to avoid any further conflict.
Yes is okay if it's just information he's trying to give to me.
You will see me again once you return to reality. No matter what I say, please, help me keep this a secret. This is all to avoid dragging Granny into this conflict.
That was an interesting way to communicate with somebody.
Hey, what happened just now? You suddenly collapsed and stopped responding.
I'm fine. Is my soul forcibly removed from my body just now? That would explain why I couldn't hear Paimon at all.
Hey, why are you sitting on the ground? Are you okay?
See Lolly! He froze for a moment and then just collapsed to the ground!
Could it have been those leftover remnants from the Night Kingdom? Do you have any itches or pain anywhere?
I'm fine, just a little lightheaded.
Don't worry, we can take a short break. Sorry, I know I asked for your help. But had I known you were feeling unwell, I wouldn't have taken you on this trip with me.
They were being truthful, then they must have a reasonable motivation for what they did. But should I trust them? They just share everything with Paimon and Sutali right now. That would mean giving up on the lead. Still haven't had much dealings with either the Fatui or Masters of the Night Wind. Suppose I can stay quiet for now. and see if I can find out anything else.
If you're feeling sick, you should just say so. See, Lolly should be able to, exorcise any ghosts or weird stuff that you picked up in the Night Kingdom.
A seasoned traveler must know the importance of not pushing yourself beyond your limit. If you need anything from me, just say the word.
Thanks, everyone. I'm feeling fine now.
In any case, let's take a bit more time to rest now. Need to be more careful next time.
Feeling better yet, Traveler?
All right, let's get ready. I followed my phlogiston trail earlier to a stronghold guarded by soldiers. I have a feeling that Auroron is probably being held inside.
Oh, so it's close by. Then let's head over right away.
So sorry. Didn't realize I was holding you up.
Well, I recruited you to be my helper, which means we're in this together. Like the wind and the clouds. We either move as one or not at all. But if you want to make it up to me, then just be sure to fight extra hard when the time comes.
Oh, since they know we're coming, so I wonder how this is all gonna play out. Or is it? Okay, it's nearby.
I'm out of here.
Okay, I do want to gather materials if they're nearby. I never know when you need them.
Okay.
Look over there.
Huh? I don't think she sees someone in the middle of the camp.
That's Auroron. So he really was taken by the Fatui.
So that's Auroron. He does look like the same when I spoke to him in the Night Kingdom earlier.
All right, we'll take the lead.
Hey, quit daydreaming. Don't you have work to do?
I cannot see the sun.
What?
Without the sun, I cannot see the truth. You are currently blocking the light, so I must beseech you to move aside.
Huh? Okay, Mr. Philosopher. That's enough mumbo-jumbo.
Wow. I'm going to rip that guy's head right off.
See, Lolly's struggling to control her temper now.
Are you ready? Let's go kick their butts. On my count. 3, 2, 1!
Oh, are we gonna get to use her?
To resist? You've got no idea who you're up against.
Nope, we don't. He's just sitting there. Where did the other guy go?
Claim these souls. I got him cornered.
He came down. He was invisible. Oh, more.
Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun. Laid bare.
Auroron!
Granny!
Paimon knows she's called Granny Eats Sleep, but it's still kind of weird hearing someone actually call her Granny.
Yeah, it kind of is.
And greetings to you too, Gramps.
Gramps?
What did you just call him?
Gramps? Is that not right? You're Granny's friend, are you not? You seem to be approximately the same age as her, so I figured you've got to be Gramps.
That's an interesting logic.
How many times have I told you? It doesn't work like that. There are a lot of people who look about the same age as me. You can't go around calling everyone Gramps or Granny.
Oh, wait. He's not a child, is he? Don't tell Paimon he's one of those people who look like an adult but are actually only 8 or 9 years old.
Oh, your words have pierced my heart like a thorned vine. Given how hard those thorns are to remove, I may just need to find a pair of tweezers.
Why are you so upset? You can just say yes or no.
Of course I'm not a child. It's just Granny always taught me to show gratitude where it's due. And since the Masters of the Night Wind raised me collectively, I basically see everyone above a certain age as an elder I should look up to.
The way he talks has definitely changed. But it doesn't feel like he's putting on an act. He asked me to do whatever I could to help keep things a secret. And he even said it's for Lali's sake. So you treat everyone like they're your uncles and aunties? Or I guess Gramps or Grannies?
Exactly.
But if you keep that up, then everyone's going to be your senior.
And do you think saying all of this is gonna save you from a scolding, Auroron? Haven't I told you 100 times since you were a kid? Heed the 3 warnings.
Be wary of beasts prowling around, scammers looking for their next victim, and strange people who appear out of nowhere.
Oh, so you do remember, and you just chose to ignore them. I always knew that living on your own was going to get you into trouble sooner or later. But getting kidnapped? That really takes the cake.
I don't think you had much of a choice.
You won't always be able to rely on other people coming to your rescue, you know. You're just lucky we got here when we did. Or we might be launching another search and rescue operation to find out where they put your severed head.
I'm sorry, Granny. I'll be more careful next time.
Next time? Oh, good one. You think there'll be a next time after this? Not a chance. They didn't hurt you, did they?
No, they just asked me a lot of questions about Natlan's terrain and made me draw a map of the ley line distribution.
Okay, now answer me honestly. Were you the one who helped the captain escape after his battle with the Pyro Archon?
Yes.
So why did you do it?
Because they said they would need my help from there on out. They also said that if I refused, they'd just come to you, Granny, and they'd already figured out a way to make you do their bidding.
Hey, I'm no ordinary Granny. Would they really dare to come after me? And you! Did the gods give you a brain just for you to not use it? Did you really believe everything they said at face value and not stop to think? Thankfully, the Pyro Archon only asked that we find the mysterious individual from the Masters of the Night Wind and didn't slap your name on a wanted poster. Don't think for a second that she doesn't know what's happening. Even if the truth that you see will soon manifest into reality, there is still no need to preemptively panic. Have you forgotten the words that I've taught you?
I'm sorry.
Forget it. We can submit the details of this camp and the defeated Fatui as evidence of your innocence. Let's clean this place up and get back to the city. Auroron, you better remember this lesson well and seriously reflect on your actions. Also, once we return to the city, come to the speaker's chamber with me. I'll need you to explain everything.
Sounds good. Should I bring some of my homegrown vegetables as well?
Your vegetables?
Vegetables?
Yes. I grow a lot of fresh produce in my garden. I hope the Pyro Archon won't be too picky about the selection.
Now's not the time to be thinking about that. If you do come face to face with the Pyro Archon, the first thing you should do is...
Recite the 3 warnings.
Huh? No! You should emphasize that you were not in cahoots with the Fatui!
How exactly did the masters raise this guy?
Oh, right.
Right. Go. Time to see the Pyro Archon. Like, starting to wonder whether I get my name at the end of all of this, or maybe it comes after the big battle? Oh, it probably has to happen before the battle. Go to the Tali, they bring the speaker chamber, and account everything to happen to Auroron. Oh?
I see. So Auroron came to the captain's rescue because he promised to help him in exchange for Lali's safety.
That's right. I'm sorry.
Now that you know Auroron was only trying to protect another member of his tribe, could I ask you to petition the Pyro Archon for her forgiveness?
We'll give her a full report. We'll let you know once she's reached a decision.
Will I need to stay here?
Technically, yes. But if Miss Lali is willing to serve as your guarantor, then we can release you from custody.
Sure. I'd be happy to do that. I don't have any more time to waste here. I still have other things to do.
Understood. Thank you very much. Mr. Auroron, please report back to the Speaker's chamber as soon as you've received notice of the Archon's decision.
I understand. Thank you. And thank you too, Granny.
Well, at least you won't need to hide your face anymore.
Traveler, Paimon, thank you very much for your help. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about my side of the deal. Once Auroron is settled, I'll go talk to Shilonen and get started on forging an ancient name for you.
Oh, thank you.
I'll be counting on you.
You scratch my back, I scratch yours. It's as good as done. You can just go twiddle your thumbs or something while you wait for the good news. Bye for now. Come with me, Auroron. We've got to find you a place to stay for the night.
Goodbye, Gramps.
Oh no, he's gonna keep calling me Gramps. This new grandson of mine is way too polite. Signal? Look in his face. He's probably trying to remind me about my promise. He doesn't strike me as a liar. I have not seen everything for myself. I have never guessed that he could have done so much work behind Lali's back. What does he really want?
We're finally done. Alright, it's time to find some grub.
Hi, Mon. There's something I need to tell you.
Huh? What is it, Traveler?
Everything we saw earlier when you collapsed.
What? That captain?
Keep your voice down.
Sorry. Paimon just didn't see that coming. So you really saw him in the Night Kingdom? And he didn't attack you? Oh, that Auroron, what is he up to? He sounded earnest enough just now. Paimon would have never guessed anything was happening. All that stuff about protecting Lali and being forced to help the Fatui, when he's actually been a willing accomplice all along.
Still not completely sure. Still need some more information.
Yeah, you're right. Still, Paimon appreciates you telling her about this. Paimon will support your choice no matter what, so if you want to go, we can go together. We still have another whole day before the meeting, so we'll just meet with them when the time comes.
Okay. Do time skip. Is that night or is it? So on the next day, 20. So when the night falls. mucus is really building up back there. Okay. Well, thankfully, it's more of me clearing my throat more than actual coughing compared to the last streams I've done. Grapefruits. I learned the truth here.
Weird. Paimon doesn't see anyone. Oh, please don't let this be a trap.
What would they want from me? If it is.
What was that?
Good evening. Nice to see you again.
It's you. You shouldn't pop up from behind people like that. What are you, a ghost?
I'm terribly sorry. It's just a force of habit.
And what's with you apologizing all the time? You sound so polite and honest, but you're actually doing shady stuff behind people's backs.
You're right. Granny tells me that too. Huh. Come to think of it, you remind me of her. Sometimes you two sound really similar, you know.
Oh, so you're gonna call Paimon Granny too now?
Well, I could.
So what's the purpose of this meeting?
It's all clear. Over to you.
Excellent. The fact that you showed up proves that I was right about your character.
I'm only interested in the intel. Don't really care how the Vtuber thinks of me.
Yet, there's been a lot of talk about you. Child told me that you're passionate about the unknown and willing to take risks. Rather than facing you as an enemy, I would much prefer to bring you to my side. If we allow the current state of things to continue, we will inevitably clash. And that's a scenario that I'd very much like to avoid.
Why?
I've long heard of your exploits across the nations. Though you have crossed swords with my colleagues many times, I know that you are by no means an unreasonable person. And once you've learned the truth that the Pyro Archon Malwika would never willingly share with you, you may just find it in your heart to consider my proposal.
I assume you've already been informed of the Pyro Archon's plan. In order to defeat the Abyss and save Natlan, she still needs 2 more heroes to appear.
Wait, how did you know that? Never mind. Guess that's not important now.
I've long kept a close eye on her plan. To be frank, it's an exceedingly risky plan. Will the heroes really appear? And even if they come to her, will their power be enough to drive the Abyss back? If any part of the plan goes awry, all of Natlan, even all of Teyvat, will pay for her mistakes.
Yeah, we understand that there's a lot at stake, but what's her goal in all this?
Now, you may have been led to believe that this is the only plan available to her. But what if I told you she's had another emergency plan all along, the details of which she has chosen to keep hidden from you?
I'm guessing it's a plan where she sacrificed herself. Of course, you would keep something like that hidden, right?
An emergency plan?
Yes. A way to keep Natlan intact, even if her original plan fails. But given the painful cost of its execution, she has chosen to keep it as a mere backup plan. Whether this stems from hesitation, fear, or even naivete, I cannot say. But Natlan cannot afford to wait until she comes to her senses. My
point.
fear is that given the enormity of the decision, she will be reluctant to confront the dire reality we face until it is too late. There will be no time left to execute the backup plan, and all of Natlan will be lost to the abyss.
What other plan do you have to propose?
We have to make the decision for her, here and now.
It's just your speculation.
Yeah, do you have any evidence for all this? Just telling us a bunch of scary stuff isn't enough, you know. Besides, wasn't it you who tried to seize the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa's plan?
Wait, by seizing the Gnosis and making the decision for her, could he mean that Gnosis has something to do with this backup plan?
I knew you'd be clever enough to see. That's right. I did not seek the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa. Since I was defeated in battle, I must put to rest my thoughts about the Gnosis. But even so, my desire to save Natlan remains unchanged. And now, I have found a new way to solve the crisis. We can implement it immediately if we reach an agreement.
Someone's here.
Huh? The captain disappeared!
Something is rapidly approaching. Oh no.
Something? Bad news, chump. It's your granny.
Didn't know she was gonna be that quick.
See, Lolly? When did you get here?
I knew something was amiss after we were separated. Hidden ceremonial tools, an unconscious traveler. I must say, I'm very curious about what you're up to. How dare you go behind our backs like this, Auroron? Colluding with the Fatui? Really? Oh, here we go again. Cat got your tongue, huh? You really think you can avoid a scolding just by staying quiet?
I'm not trying to avoid anything.
Oh, and now you're talking back. Well, go on then. Explain yourself. What the heck are you up to?
I'm sorry, Granny. I feel so guilty.
You! That's it! Where are my tools? I swear if I don't teach you a lesson right here and now, I'll...
Wait, see, Lolly! Please, calm down. We, still learned a lot of info, didn't we? Like the fact that the captain isn't trying to seize the Gnosis anymore. So, maybe just save the scolding for later, okay?
Yeah, this is no place to discipline a child.
Listen well, Auroron. You're only getting out of this now because of the Traveler's plea. This isn't over. You hear me? You're right, Traveler. Let's go. We can discuss this more back in the city. You two keep an eye on Auroron for me, okay?
Conversation with the captain was interrupted at the most crucial moment. But if Ron's still here, maybe we can still learn the rest from him. Yeah, hopefully. Once the smoke drifts. I'm actually kind of remembering the sign I was given to kind of pause the stream, which is when I have an option to ask many questions.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very curious to know what his plan is. I mean, I'm pretty sure Mavika's gonna, like, backup plan is to sacrifice herself. Maybe sacrifice Gnosis? But most likely it's to sacrifice herself.
In all my years, I've never had a child cause me so much grief. Do you seriously not see what's at stake here? You've got a head on your shoulders, Auroron. Use it!
And if that's the plan, then I guess a lot of people would be against it, right? But the question is what the captain's plan is going to be, because if his plan's to save her somehow, a better plan than to face the abyss, then, or to face the abyss even better, then I wonder what it can be.
Why did you help the captain? And I want the truth this time. No answer? Think you're being smart? Then let me ask a different question. What does the captain want? What is his purpose in Natlan?
And then I think the other question is, if it is just trying to save Mavika, then why would we want to try to keep it secret from Granny here?
Really? You're just going to stonewall me?
Looks like Aurora has no intention of answering her.
Just use your brain for a second. What do you possibly stand to gain by helping the captain? Only endless trouble awaits you and everyone in the tribe. You've always been a good kid. Why would you throw that all away now? If you're worried about something, just talk to me. Granny would much rather we had a conversation instead of constantly clashing like this.
Why is he staring at us all of a sudden?
He wants us to save him, that's why, Paimon?
I'm sorry that you have to hear all this.
Haha, it's fine.
You're very kind. Most people would have fled by now. Not everyone can handle Granny's scolding.
Oh? You dare gossip between yourselves instead of listening to me? You...
Sorry, Granny.
Sorry, Granny. Sorry, Granny. You know what? Fine. I'm perfectly aware that everything I say goes in one ear and out the other. You're all grown up now, so why would you listen to an old hag like me? You say all the right things, but then you go and completely ignore me. Well, if that's how you're going to treat me, you can stop sending Aoife over to my place to deliver your stupid vegetables! I don't need anything from you!
Wow, quite the exaggeration.
Who's Aoife? A delivery person?
That's irrelevant. The point is, he hangs out with this kid, so he must be no good. You kids get to a certain age and suddenly act like you know it all. There's nothing I can say to get through to you. Auroron, if you're still thinking about that so-called duty, then please, just forget about it. The ley lines did not fall to this state because of you. And we've long closed the book on that incident.
Oh, what incident?
Seems they've started talking about some kind of tribal history. I'm starting to get lost.
That's not it, Granny.
Something off about that voice.
I know you tend to get down on yourself when you're upset, but I can tell I really hurt you this time. All I can say is I'm sorry.
His voice. Auroron! Where have you gone?
Wait, is he like in auto mode?
It sounds like he's somewhere super far away, but isn't he right here in front of us?
I'm really sorry. It's up to all of us to do everything we can to save Natlan. So I've got to go.
Get back here this instant! Auroron! What is this? Powder from plant spores? Is that the trick he used?
Oh, so we saw like an illusion?
What just happened? How was he able to suddenly get so far away like that?
It's a trick of his. If you grind spores into a powder and spray it in the air, it can be manipulated to create an illusion. He pulled it off flawlessly. He must have put a lot of time into perfecting it. Don't tell me that's how he's been hunting in the fields these days. Oh, couldn't he have picked up something more useful? Little brat. That's it. The next time we meet, I'm definitely going to break his legs.
Don't think that's a bluff either.
Whoa, that's a little extreme. But still, why does he feel like he needs to run from us? If his goal is also to protect Natland, then can't we work together?
Bill doesn't want to tell us anything about his goals.
I'm sorry for interrupting your conversation with them earlier. But even if you'd been able to hear them out, there's no guarantee you would have gained anything substantial. Auroron probably did everything he could to get away because he knew I'd get the truth out of him sooner or later. Ah, that brat. I swear.
Captain probably has some sort of substantial plan. Otherwise, Auroran would have no reason to keep following him. Yeah, I wonder if it's some kind of plan that has to be secretive in a way that Movika doesn't know for it to work. And again, it's not on the cards for now, so it might be faster just to approach the Pyro Archon and confirm what the captain said. And also, now that the Auroran's stubbornness has hurt Lali deeply, I need to find a way to comfort her. What was all that about Auroran's duty earlier?
We've got quite a long walk back to the city. Let's take our time. It'll give me a moment to figure out how to explain all this.
Turn to the stadium. We'll probably learn more about Movika's plan.
Do you two have some time? Feeling hungry? How about we get something to eat?
Oh, right. It's been a while since we last ate. Now that we can relax, Paimon just realized how hungry she is.
Then let's go. We can find somewhere to sit down and talk. Food and drinks are on me.
It's okay. We can cover our own bill. I was got a secret food fund, so she can do the honors.
How did this become Paimon's bill?
It's just a joke, Paimon.
See, Lolly looks quite down on herself. Alright. It's on Paimon this time. What's one meal to the best guide into that?
Oh, really? She's gonna treat us.
So you can just sit back and enjoy, sweet Lolly. Paimon will take care of it.
Hey, come on now. You won't even let me take you out for some food and drinks? I just wanted to treat you to a meal.
Are you sure? We can save you some Mora.
Mora is the least of my concerns. Besides, we're definitely due a meal after all the time we've spent together. Let me get this one. I might be an old hag, but I like to think I'm not completely useless.
Sure, that's fine with us, but Paimon doesn't want you to be sad, sweet Lolly.
Don't worry. I'm sure a juicy grilled steak will work wonders.
Grilled steak. Sounds good to me. So what's it in?
Okay.
Just another place to latch onto? Not really. Oh, we're in the right place. Food should be right behind this door. You walk to the tavern and find a quiet spot to sit. You and Paimon order some food and fruit juice whilst Lolly begins the chugging down bottle after bottle of wine.
What are you looking at?
Do you see two people standing by the door? They look like spitting images of each other. Are they twins?
I think you had a little bit too much to drink. Yeah, a little bit too much to drink.
But Paimon only sees one person there.
Huh? How could that be? I guess my mind isn't as sharp as it used to be. Give me another bottle, boss.
That's when you shouldn't be drinking anymore, though.
Do you think she's drunk?
I'd be surprised if she wasn't.
There you go, miss. Oh my, it's not every day you get to see Granny Itzley here with some friends. Not to mention ones who've made a huge name for themselves recently.
Oh, so you've heard of us?
Of course I have. Aren't you the ones who saved Kachina and brought her back? No wonder you hit it off with Granny Sitlali. She wouldn't spend time with just anybody, you know. I don't even remember the last time I saw her with a new friend.
Wait, so you call her Granny too?
Well, given our ages, it'd probably be more accurate for me to call her my great-great-granny. She's one of the most famous people at the Masters of the Nightwind. Most days, hardly anyone even dares talk to her.
So she's that old.
Huh? Gossiping about me right in front of my face now, are you, Chonka?
Oh, please, Granny, I wouldn't dare. I'm just beyond happy to see you bring over some new friends. After all, any friends of our regulars are sure to be great customers too.
All right, that's enough. Go on now. I'm sure the other customers would like to talk to you as well. There's no need to keep staring at me. I promise I'll keep my alcohol down until I leave.
Well then, you have my thanks.
There, Chonka leaves. Lolly downs a few more glasses, begins to stare blankly into space from her chair. You start wondering whether she's actually drunk or working through some complex problem in her head. I'm pretty sure that's her being completely drunk.
Sitlali? Sitlali?
Who's that? You got some gall calling me by my first name. Let me guess. You want to test your skills against Granny Eatsley, don't ya?
Are you still with us, Sitlali? You're kinda talking to no one.
You chumps come around here, picking fights with me? Well, you know what happens next. You lose, and then run off home to tell everyone about how I'm this big scary bully. It's always the same story. You brats start it, I finish it, and then I end up with the reputation of being some kind of terrible monster among the shamans.
Starting to kind of get why she is the way she is.
I mean, come on. Monster? Me? Really? What did I do to deserve that?
Like she just needs like a hug.
Granny Sitlali, you're not a monster at all.
Exactly. And while we're at it, I'm not some lazy slacker either. Between meditation, advising the chief, and speaking with the Wyab, I actually have a pretty packed schedule, you know. Oh yeah. And I have to mentor all the new kids. Hey, new kid. Yeah, you.
Ooh, me? Guess I'm the new kid?
Don't play dumb. Didn't I teach you how to find phlogiston? You see? I know my stuff. I'm a good teacher. You
Yep.
tell him.
Absolutely. Thank you for all of your teachings, ma'am.
That's more like it. About dang time someone showed me a little respect. Yeah, Granny's a hard worker, all right. You can always rely on old Granny.
You know, it's actually really rare to see someone like this drunk in a game.
Did she just fall asleep with her eyes open? Oh, jeez.
We need to probably take her to bed.
Black curtain. A chapter of hatred reveals itself. Behind the smoke. The lingering smoke.
Ah, she's meditating again. She does this whenever she's had a few too many drinks. Her mind's actually racing at this point. It's quite the opposite of sleep.
Is this another specialty of the Masters of the Nightwind?
No, I'd say it's an ability that's unique to Citlali herself. While she can easily pick up everyone else's skills and tricks, few have been able to master hers.
Warning, warning. Red, red, the color of danger, has now arisen within that pair of eyes. Huh?
Huh? Are you awake?
Traveler? Paimon?
Sounds kind of normal now.
What's wrong?
I'm gonna hurl.
Oh.
Hang on, just keep it in.
Oh no.
Phew. Okay, it's passed. That was a close one.
You had Paimon worried. Paimon really thought you were about to barf all over the table just now.
Yeah, I did too.
How embarrassing. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. That's never happened before, I swear. I've never thrown up, not once.
You didn't ask about before.
Are you feeling okay? Want to take a quick walk and get some fresh air?
There's so much that I want to say, but I can't.
Why not? Of course you can. Just say whatever's on your mind.
Please, Paimon, it's not as simple as you think. We've only known each other for a few days, right? What would you think of me if I were to start dumping all of my complaints on you after we've only just met?
I think that's already too late.
Oh, Paimon gets it. You're hoping that we wouldn't think less of you no matter what you're about to say.
No, that wasn't my point at all. Seriously, don't you youngsters know anything about shame? I'm talking about shame. I've lived all these years and still can't get rid of it. Surely, you know the feeling too?
Actually, about that.
Did we just tell her?
Huh? Tell me what?
Yeah, this is as good a time as any.
Alright, Citlali. Listen carefully and try not to get too upset. Describe the events that took place in Aurora's rescue as objectively, fairly, and impartially as possible. Citlali shared some of her senses with you through a spell, allowing you to temporarily hear her thoughts.
So, you heard my...
It's okay, Citlali. You had every right to complain about those things.
I can't take it anymore! Why do these things happen to me? Hearing me mumble under my breath is one thing, but hearing what I mumble in my own head? That's too much! It's just like when you're rolling on the floor in your pajamas, but you forget to lock the door, and someone bursts in to deliver cabbages and sees the whole thing!
I guess this has happened before.
So that, happens to you a lot.
It happens to people in general, okay? Doesn't matter if you're 200 years old or 1,000 years old. Everyone rolls around in their pajamas sometimes. I was just picking something generic.
Are you okay? You look dejected?
Take a walk with me. I have things to share with you.
Looks like she's completely given up. Like those criminals who just confess everything and accept their fate.
We should follow her just to make sure she doesn't do anything stupid. Okay. That was a really amusing scene. Wasn't expecting that. It's kind of really rare, really. Kind of makes you wonder how many people ended up wanting to roll for her after all of that. Wouldn't be surprised. See, she's almost like an extreme tsundere.
Well, great view, right? I love coming here by myself.
Okay, extreme tsundere, but you know, in a weird granny kind of way.
Wow, it's beautiful!
Well, thank you for bringing us here.
You're making me want to cry.
Oh no, what do we do? Please don't cry!
I was an expression, okay? A figure of speech. I'm just... embarrassed. Here you are thanking me. Even after you helped me all this time. Let's just have a casual conversation. It's easiest that way.
Really? You don't seem like the kind of person who keeps things casual.
Well, I guess I used to be more of a stickler for the rules. And you're right, I don't usually open up to the people of my tribe like this.
Now we're seeing the dairy side of her.
I'm just an eccentric old hag to them. That story's been passed down so long. It might as well be true.
But you're just a regular person.
The kids of my tribe would have a heart attack if they heard you say that. Granny Eatsley is a powerful figure. Be careful around her. That's what they'd say.
He's more like Granny Dairy or Oba Dairy.
Well, you are powerful. Are they afraid of you?
Some are. Others are mad I always come out on top. A few decades like that, and people stop knowing how to deal with you. What about you? Are you scared of me?
We don't find you scary at all.
Simon's right.
That's because you're not from my tribe. You don't know how many delusions of grandeur I've destroyed just by existing. I make people realize that no matter how hard they work, they'll never become a living legend like me. Oh, not to brag or anything. Maybe it's hard to believe. Just pretend I never said anything.
Yeah, she's just a hard worker, and I guess when you live that long, all that hard work pays off, right? That people who are behind you can't ever keep up, especially if you continue to work that hard.
We believe you. Shilonen has full faith in your abilities, and Auroran didn't seem scared of you. He thinks of you as his granny, right?
Yes, but Auroran's a special case. Mawika already told you about her plan. And you've given so much help to Auroran and me. You deserve to learn the full truth. Auroran's not like other people. As I mentioned, he was abandoned as a child. The reason being, his soul is incomplete. The Masters of the Nightwind view this as a bad omen, capable of bringing about illness and misfortune.
Oh.
No one knows who his parents were. He was just left on a rock in the wilderness. It's a miracle he wasn't devoured by some wild beast. The Masters of the Nightwind believe they can see human souls. And in Auroran's incomplete soul, they saw a possibility for Natlan. A possibility to turn Auroran into a vessel for lost souls. The ceremony would allow lost souls to gather within him. Auroron would then be sent to the Night Kingdom to return the souls to their rightful place, strengthening the ley lines and completing the ceremony.
Wait, that doesn't sound right.
Sending a living person to the Night Kingdom? Wouldn't that just kill him?
Now you see the problem. When damage occurs to the Night Kingdom, the souls held within disperse and remain adrift, unable to find a way back to the ley lines. This loss of souls damages the Night Kingdom even further. The ceremony can send back countless souls at once, which would benefit the Night Kingdom and the souls themselves. Of course, the vessel, Auroron, would be sacrificed in the process. I wasn't surprised the chief at the time came up with the plan. The ley lines were already in a terrible state. A suitable candidate for the ceremony appears, and now you have the chance to make things better. Of course you're going to take it. When the chief asked for my opinion, I didn't give my approval, but I didn't object either. So they went ahead with the ceremony. It failed, and Auroron escaped with his life. Pathetic, isn't it? By not objecting, I basically gave them the go-ahead. Maybe they didn't have my explicit approval, but it's not like I did the right thing. If the ceremony was successful, Auroron would probably be dead.
Let's see. So that's the incident that Auroron was talking about earlier.
Of course, in my tribe, death is rarely something to fear. But what kind of message would we be sending by sentencing a newborn to death? By using a human life as a tool? It's not right. So, when I learned the ceremony had failed, I was ashamed by my inaction, and absolutely relieved by the result. The plan was never a secret. Or, I guess I should say, there was no point to keeping it a secret. A simple investigation from Auroron would reveal everything. Everyone thought he would be happy he survived, and he never really said anything to the contrary. But just as I was about to put all of it behind me, he asks this question. Would Natlan have been saved if the ceremony succeeded?
Wait, but it's not his fault.
He knows that, but he still feels guilty. Auroron has a strong ability to perceive souls, more than any of us. He understands just how dire the situation with ley lines has become. Maybe he chose to work with the Fatui because he still thinks he owes a debt to Natlan. I can only imagine what they told him.
Traveler, didn't the captain say he found a way to solve the crisis? Maybe that's what brought Auroron into this. Anyway, we can't just let things go on like this. We have to convince him to come back.
Yeah. That should be our next step.
You don't look so good, Sweet Lolly. Maybe you should head back and get some sleep.
Probably drank too much. It's okay. The fresh air is doing me good. Okay. Forget that. I need to go home. I hit it a little too hard.
Don't worry. Don't have to do any of this alone.
You've helped me so much already. How do I even begin to thank you?
Hey, we're friends, aren't we? Besides, you already said you owe us a favor, so you don't need to worry about us.
Good point. Well, I'll go home and get some sleep. We can figure out our next move in the morning. Friends. I like the sound of that.
Good night.
Auroron's probably back with the captain, don't you think?
Yeah. Should tell the Pyro Archon what we learned.
You mean about the backup plan? Do you really believe what the captain told us?
He needs to know regardless. You should just be upfront with her.
Yeah, you're right. We should just go to her directly. But she's probably asleep. We can find her first thing in the morning. For now, let's... go to bed.
Sounds like a plan. Turn to the inn to rest. Maybe I could actually go the other way.
Okay.
Not think of hitting that accidentally. Time for some rest.
Why is it so noisy outside? Pirates still half asleep. Well, guess we should see what's going on.
Is that a party? Or is a party? It's about a party all night.
You're already here. I was just about to come get you.
Is it already morning?
Wow, you're up early. That's impressive, especially after all the drinking last night.
Let's not bring up last night. I'm embarrassed about the whole thing. Anyway, I was also woken up by the commotion. Looks like all the warriors from the stadium are on the move. I heard many areas have been attacked by the Abyss, including the Masters of the Nightwind. I need to head back right away.
The Abyss attacked again? Are you sure you can handle it on your own? Do you need our help?
I'll be fine. We also have the support of the warriors stationed at the various outposts. Given the quick response, things shouldn't get too serious. The stadium could always use more manpower, so you should join the forces here.
What about Roran?
I'm done making excuses for him. He's not a child anymore. He needs to take responsibility for his actions. I was the one who vouched for him, so I need to report back to the Speaker's Chamber. I'll accept however they choose to handle the situation. But I should be able to convince them to let me go back to my tribe first to deal with the attack. As for the ancient name, once we handle this crisis, I'll talk to Shilonen right away. Don't worry, I never forget a promise to a friend.
Be careful. I'll keep an eye out for Roran as well.
Thank you. All right, I need to start heading back.
Bye-bye.
She left in a hurry. The situation must be really serious. Looks like a lot of people are heading to the stadium. Let's see what's going on.
Head to the stadium. Oh, it's gonna pull me in there. Oh, our friends.
Traveler, over here! Perfect. Our star Outlander has appeared.
Oh, you're all here! But, what's with the whole Star Outlander thing?
Just my way of saying how awesome you are. We've got a real emergency on our hands, so this is the perfect time for you to show off your skills.
Alright, but can we get a quick rundown of the situation first?
The Abyss suddenly attacked the Collective of Plenty, the Masters of the Nightwind, the Children of Echoes, and a number of our camps and outposts in the wild.
All at once?
Yes, and the attacks are increasing in frequency.
The tribes have plenty of defenses, so they're safe for now, but I can't say the same for the adventurers and merchants stuck in the wild. Chaska and I have been searching for survivors and treating the wounded. We just got back, but we need to head out again soon.
I plan on heading back to the Collective of Plenty, just in case my tribe needs me.
What about you, Alani. Where are you gonna go?
I'll go help the Children of Echoes. They're the closest, so I can start fighting right away. What about you guys? We could go together.
We need to talk to the Pyro Archon first.
Yeah, that does sound important. No worries. Just leave the Children of Echoes to us. Who knows? Maybe yours truly will have the Abyss on the run by the time you're finished.
That would be pretty great, actually. I hope my tribe gets through okay.
It'll be fine. Your tribe doesn't do all that bodybuilding for nothing.
Let's part ways here for now. And most importantly, be careful, everyone.
Oh, and some of us need to avoid getting contaminated by dangerous-looking substances. That will make my job a lot easier.
Koichi, do we really have to do this now?
It's alright. She's just looking out for everyone. Alright, let's hurry up and talk to the Pyro Archon so we can help the others.
Yep, sounds like a plan. Oh, it's right here.
Oh, it's you two. As you can see, things are not looking good right now. People across Natlin are in danger. Look, I'm very interested in your recent adventures, but this is not a good time. So we'll have to keep our conversation short.
That's alright, we're also in a hurry. We're gonna go help the Children of Echoes after this.
Met the captain.
What?
Tell her about the meeting with the captain on Roran.
So he thinks my plan is too risky. He thinks I'm being stubborn.
Well, is it true? Can the Gnosis do what he said?
I shouldn't underestimate the Ftui's ability to gather intelligence. The Gnosis does have that function, but there's more to the story. I will answer you honestly, but you must help me keep this a secret. I can use the power of the Gnosis to save Natlan, but it comes at a heavy price. The Gnosis would drain all the souls and memories from the Night Kingdom and weave them into a giant net, which would surround the ley lines and protect them against abyssal corrosion.
Oh. Sounds like quite the price to pay.
Wait, you can use souls to weave a net? But does that mean...
Yes. It means sacrificing those souls in the process. Souls are just another form of life. The cruelty of this method is self-evident. The Night Kingdom not only houses the souls of the dead, but also our memories and legends. Using the Gnosis means converting all three into material for the net, erasing our history and culture. Even then, the net can still become corroded. If we cannot find a way to repair the damaged ley lines before that happens, then all those sacrifices are for nothing. Given the enormity of the price, it's a solution I refuse to consider right now. I want us to win, but I also care about how we win, and what that means for us in the end. Now it's true, both plans come at a risk, but after weighing our options, this is our best bet.
Surprised the Gnosis has this function. Doesn't sound like something an Archon would do.
Natlan is unique among the nations of Teyvat. Given the ever-looming threat of the Abyss, the Pyro Archons had to account for the worst-case scenario. Having a contingency plan is our duty, not just to the people of Natlan, but to all who live on this continent. Still, this has always been a well-kept secret. I'm very curious how the captain learned this information.
Yeah. I feel like it's something that she would have kept to herself, Melee, the whole time. But I guess she must have shared it to someone at some point, and somehow the Vtui got wind of it.
Oh, one more thing? The captain said he found another way to solve the problem. Could be equally as extreme, though.
Without the Gnosis, he should have no other option. But I see no reason for him to lie. Seems like our only path forward is to track him down, so he can answer that question for us.
Pyro Archon just shared an important secret with us. And she seems so sincere. figuring out the captain's new way of saving Natlan is the key. Is that really the whole truth? I think she is telling the truth, but is that the only price that has to be paid? I kind of feel like she herself might be part of the price, and maybe she's not telling us that part. But so we'll just have to take her word for now.
Judging by your expression, you must have doubted me, even if just for a second.
Maybe a little.
Not even a little. We would never. Wait, what are you talking about, Traveler?
Just as expected. I appreciate your sincerity. Maybe it was out of caution, anxiety, or simple curiosity, but know this. No matter what, our goal remains the same. We both want to save the people of this land. So now that you have your answer, do you still doubt me?
Not at all.
You scared Paimon. You've really got a lot of guts, Traveler.
That's a good thing. Oh, and feel free to call me Mawika. It's what all my friends call me, and I like it that way. As for the captain, the intelligence officers we assigned to the Fatui should be back soon. We'll get our answer then.
That's great. Sounds like we just have to wait a little longer.
Are the current attacks the beginning of the real disaster?
Not just yet. Even though the Abyss is attacking several locations at once, I'm confident the warriors stationed in those areas can handle it. Don't worry. I just need to finish coordinating our available manpower, then I'll take a small team to handle the difficult locations.
Wait, you're going to fight in person? Didn't you give up your power?
That's true. I'm far less powerful than a god in my current state. But don't forget, I was an experienced and powerful warrior before I ever became the Pyro Archon. No matter how you look at it, my duty is on the front lines.
Sure, you're an inspiration to all of your warriors. Sure, you're not stretching yourself too thin?
Oh, now you doubt my strength. That hurts, Traveler. If we had time to spar, you might think otherwise. Anyway, even if we respond to these threats in time, it's not a permanent solution in the long run. I've considered moving my people to other nations, but given their close connection to the Night Kingdom, a forced evacuation would have devastating consequences.
Yeah, technically all the powers are on these lands, so they would be weaker everywhere else.
I've told the chiefs of each tribe to strengthen their defenses and advise people against leaving their settlements. Now, I just need to find the right time to disclose the true nature of the crisis to the people of Natlan.
Paimon's a little worried about how people will react.
I think a lot of people would join the fight.
Yes, but that won't be the only response. In any case, that's for me to worry about. I'll let you know when we have more information on the captain.
All right, we should head out. Maybe we can join up with Moani. She can't be too far ahead.
Yeah, let's go. Stay safe, Mavika.
No need to worry about me.
Let's go. Oh. Wait. In the quest right of the bowl, location or characters used by the quest are occupied. Go to the quest menu and enable focus experience mode to continue. Interesting. So I'm being blocked right now because of this. Oh, I see, I see. But I can... But I can, like, I guess, continue by using the focus experience mode and pull the character away from the other quests. And I can't do the other quest until I finish the main quest. Which is probably what I will do when I decide to continue going forward. I think right here is a really good place to stop the stream for now and continue the next time is around that time where I would like to stop anyways. And I think all the explanation we just heard from Movika, it's kind of the hint I was given to say that's a good place to stop. Especially when there's a big battle coming ahead. Feels like a lot's gonna happen soon. So yeah, I will stop here for today and continue do more of this tomorrow. I'm excited to see how everything is gonna end up. I kind of thought I would get my ancient name before before the next part, before the battle, but I guess it's not the real battle, not the big real battle quite yet. So maybe after this battle we get the name and a real big battle happens right afterwards. I don't know, hard to say, but I guess we'll find out more tomorrow. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get some more rest. Hopefully I have enough energy to continue stream tomorrow. I'm praying.
What could the children be?
Usually after a stream, I usually notice whether my voice
Let them do as they please.
either is able to withstand everything that happened the night before, or it gets worse and it needs to recover a bit more. But I think either way, I'll still stream tomorrow. And if I have to stream silently, then I will. Yeah, but again, we'll see. Right, for those that are there, thanks for watching. Hopefully I see you guys around. NoukonNeko, signing out. Bye-bye.